You most likely will get urges to go back to the habits that you are abstaining from. This is completely normal. But of course it is not good to respond to them by giving up on your goals. Urges will often go away in a matter of minutes if you do not act upon them. It is neither physically or psychologically harmful to resist an urge. In fact, resisting urges helps develop discipline and willpower, both of which can be applied to great effect in other areas of your life. 1. Identify your triggers. One great way to overcome your urges is to reduce their frequency. Urges may be triggered by environmental cues that your brain has learned to associate with pornography, such as being alone in your room or suddenly seeing a photograph while browsing social media. If you can identify your triggers, you can create strategies to avoid them. For example, if you spend a lot of time on social media sites browsing profiles, take notice of attractive images, and end up opening an incognito browser window to look at porn, you may consider going on a social media fast, only browsing social media when you are in the company of friends and family, or turning the images off on your browser while using the internet. Or if you have developed a habit of PMO before going to bed and find it hard to sleep without it, then fixing your sleeping habits should be a priority. Try removing any internet-enabled devices from your room at least an hour before bedtime. Don't spend the hour leading up to bed browsing the internet. Instead, read a book, write in a journal, or do something else to help you wind down. Many people find it useful to break that link between using electronic media and preparing for sleep. Even changing your location before bed, from your bedroom to the family room, can help disassociate bedtime with porn use. There may be a double benefit here. Research has shown that the light from electronic devices can disrupt our sleep rhythms and reduce the quality of our rest. The National Sleep Foundation recommends at least a half hour of avoiding electronic devices before sleep and, ideally, completely removing gadgets from your bedroom. If you can identify your triggers, you can create strategies to avoid them. Browse more safely. The most obvious trigger is a sexually arousing image. Technology won't yet allow you to manage your physical environment so that you won't see another titillating billboard, magazine cover or TV ad. But where you can control your environment, you'll be making it easier on yourself if you make it as rebooting friendly as possible. That might mean cleaning up your internet experience. Many rebooters use some sort of content filter or safe browser to help them stay away from porn. There are many choices across operating systems and styles of monitoring. Some choose to use accountability software that will email a friend, their partner or accountability partner when they access questionable sites. That can be a powerful incentive to stay away from porn. Potentially arousing images are very common online. Ad blocking software will remove a whole class of suggestive imagery. Using some search engines allow you to remove adult material from search results. For extreme protection while browsing online, most web browsers allow you to turn off all images while you browse. 2. Processing emotions. There can also be powerful triggers in pornography addiction. Most porn addicts, at some time in their lives, have used PMO as a coping mechanism to suppress uncomfortable feelings. Conversely, some porn addicts find themselves so numbed that they tell us that PMO becomes one of the only ways they can feel much of anything. They may use porn as an easy, reliable way to provide some emotional arousal. Common emotions that can trigger urges are boredom, stress, anxiety, sadness, and loneliness. If you suspect that you may be using PMO to deal with emotions, try to be mindful of the emotional environment in which your urges arise. The next time you feel an urge, stop and ask yourself, what feelings and/or sensations am I having right now? Where in my body am I feeling this sensation? What thoughts are accompanying these emotions? Am I anxious about an upcoming interview? Lonely because I was just rejected? Remember that your emotions won't kill you. They can be powerful, but you can develop the skills to deal with them more effectively than by reaching out for porn every time you feel down. A difficult emotion can be very uncomfortable. If you don't give your emotions the energy they need to affect your actions, then they are merely something you are experiencing in the moment, like the sound of a car passing by or the shade of the tree you are sitting under. Consider the popular urge surfing technique that some users decide to employ. Instead of running away from your emotions, you can try feeling them. Slow down your breathing. Bring your attention to your emotion. Explore it. Breathe into the emotion, bringing your openness and curiosity to the feeling. When you do this, you will find that you create space around the emotion. It's simply not so important or powerful anymore. You will still feel it, of course, but it is bearable. This may take some time, but with practice it is possible to become completely comfortable with the emotional pain. This is because you are not feeding the emotion with your mental energy by getting caught up in it. Instead, by just letting the emotion be, you will find that not only is the emotion tolerable, but, like an urge not acted upon, it might soon fade away.